Hi everyone, welcome back, and this week I will be working on Vogue 8952 and I'm making view A. For this view it only has 4 pattern pieces, which is great, so hopefully it's going to be an easy sew. The only thing I did to prep this pattern was to, and this is the back that I'm showing you right here, I'm actually cutting it out. The top of the pattern, I'm going to be using a size small. So the neckline, the raglan sleeve area, that's going to be a small. And so I gradually increased it to be a medium on the hip line. And that's basically it. So let me show you the fabric. And this is the fabric I'm going to be using today. It's a metallic sweater knit. So you see it's like has this weave on the inside and the metallic threads running on the outside. So as you can see here, the top is really simple, which is great. I specifically picked this pattern because I wanted to add a couple of zippers. These are like 5 inches long to the raglan sleeves. Now you know zipper details on sweaters are a big trend. Fall, winter, into spring, and into fall and winter next year. So I decided I want to try it. So we'll see how it works out. First, seam up the back pieces. The one thing you don't see on the technical drawing is that the sleeve has this dart detail. The next step would be to add the dart to the sleeve. Now usually when I'm making my other knit dresses or ITY or rayon jersey, I usually just push it to one side and then run the seam because the fabric is so thin, so it doesn't make sense cutting it. However, for this one, I am going to cut the center of it, which looks like this. And the reason why I did that is to help to reduce the bulk of the seam. Now, as you can see, I also snipped off the top of the dart to bring it back in line with the shape of the neckline. The sleeves have been attached to the back piece. So now it comes to the tricky part of the whole top, putting in these little zippers. So first of all, I measured out my 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. Then I pinned the fabric to the actual zipper. This is how the way it looks on the right side, and this is how the way it looks on the wrong side because I want the zipper teeth itself to show. And you're going to do the very same thing to the other side, which is the front. Now you're only going to stitch up to this point right here by the end of the zipper. So now that the zipper has been inserted, it is time to finish the seam. So to finish the seam, I'm just going to make that 5/8 stitch using the zipper foot and run it to this point right here, which is the end of the zipper, and that should be it. And this is the finished look of the zipper application. I did a couple of hand stitches just to lock and secure this opening right here. Now you don't have to do it this way. You could do it the reverse way where you do the seam first and then you insert the zipper just like how you would do a lap zipper in a skirt. I'm also going to put a little bit of stitches right here to close this up because this is going to form the neckline. Okay, so I stay stitched the neckline because I'm about to add the neckband, and as I said before, I put a couple of little stitches to close up that zip. That's going to really help make sure that the neckband goes in really well. And then I did the side seams of the sleeve into the body of the sweater. So this is the finished neckline. If you want to see how this is done, the explanation is in the video McCall 6355. I'm not going to go through it because you guys can check it out there. One tip I would also add is that I use the zipper foot to do the neckline so that it'll make it easy to get around the actual zippers. This is a close-up of the mitered corners. that the pattern actually have instructions on how to make, which looks like this. And it's very easy to do, but take your time. You may want to base it before you actually run your stitches on it. This fabric, once you run a stitch, good luck trying to pick it out, so be very careful. And I also did the sleeves, so now I'll show you the finished look. And this is the finished sweater. So it worked out really well. Will I make it again? I will absolutely make it again in the cowl neck version. Let me turn around so you can see the back. And this is the back. And that's it. Show you the look of the day.